Call this meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Will the clerk please take attendance?
There are 6 council members present, Mr. Mayor. Councilmember Wendell is absent this evening.
Thank you. Item 3 is the approval of the agenda. Entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Duran,
Aye.
Niemeyer,
Aye.
Rasmussen,
Aye.
Specker,
Aye.
Tildenburn,
Aye.
Avery.
Aye.
Okay, open forum next. In order to provide equal access to all during the open forum, each member offering comments during the open forum shall not exceed the allotted 3-minute period. Your time to comment is expired when the red light appears on the podium. No further comments can be made by a member speaking during the open forum after the red light appears. That being said, do we have anyone that wants to come before the council?
Good evening, Council, and thank you for this opportunity. I'm going to pitch my promo for the Sound of Freedom movie. I hope everyone's had a chance to see it by now, if not 2 or 3 times. Of course, today is cheap movie night, $5 a ticket. And last I heard, we were over 10 million tickets and over $1 million of sales. My message tonight, I do hope the movie and the message that's portrayed by it is a message that unites all of us. A message to protect the most vulnerable in our society, the children, and just an awareness of the types of activities that are going on right here in our own communities, in our own state, country, and worldwide. A business that nets $150 billion a year, excuse me. So I hope that's an item actually we can add to the agenda or have some open forum meetings where we can discuss things as a public and things that we can do to help change that. So some of my thoughts have steered towards things that I've seen happen over my lifetime and things that I've learned, especially over the last 3 years. And I honestly believe that all of us have been manipulated all of our lives. We've been taught things that weren't true. We've been misguided. Maybe we've just gone along to get along in some cases. So I pulled together some different quotes, and things just kind of pop up on my desktop and in my news feed. But one of the quotes I was looking for this morning that I couldn't lay my hands on, I did find this afternoon. And it says, "We've tried hate, we've tried wars, we've tried destruction, and it only caused us more pain. Let's try something different. Let's try peace, love, empowerment, communication, collaboration. Let's try that and see how that turns out." And that one's unknown. I don't have an author to attribute that one to. Some other quotes kind of along that vein. "When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace." That one by Jimi Hendrix. "If we could spread love as quickly as we spread hate and negativity, what an amazing world we would live in." Another unknown quote. And this one by Miguel Angel. "Our next pandemic will be love, and it will spread like fire." And I'll just leave it at that. Thank you for your time.
For the council this evening? Okay, move on. Approval of the consent agenda. Are there any items that need to be removed from the consent agenda? Seeing none, entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and second. Is there any public comment on this item? Does council have any questions, comments? Please call the roll.
Niemeyer,
Aye.
Rasmussen,
Aye.
Specker,
Aye.
Tildenburn,
Aye.
Avery,
Aye.
Duran.
Aye.
Okay, time for a proclamation. Okay, mayoral proclamation, whereas the Americans with Disabilities Act was passed in July of 1990, was the first comprehensive declaration of equality for people with disabilities and protects rights in all aspects of employment. In accessing public services, guaranteeing access to private establishments, and whereas the goals of the community aligns with providing people with disabilities with the opportunities and support to achieve full integration and inclusion in society in an individualized manner. And whereas disability is a natural part of the human experience, that does not diminish the right to enjoy the opportunity to live independently, enjoy self-determination, make choices, contribute to society, and experience full integration and inclusion with necessary services and supports. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Ope K.G. Niemeyer, Mayor of the City of Brookings, do here proclaim July 26, 2023 as Americans with Disabilities Act 33rd Anniversary Day, and call upon the people of Brookings to recognize and celebrate the progress that has been made by reaffirming the principles of equality and inclusion, recommitting our efforts to reach full ADA compliance for people with disabilities in the City of Brookings, continue advocating for full inclusion and equity of individuals with disabilities in all aspects of society.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Mark, you want to say a few words?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I'd like to thank you for your continued support of the Brookings Disabilities Awareness Committee and the many citizens of Brookings who are taking advantage of the opportunities presented to them by the ADA. Certainly helps our workforce as well as our educational communities in town.
So the ADA Day, which is tomorrow, 30th anniversary, ADA was a bipartisan bill. And one of the things about ADA is it's a bare minimum requirements. It's a beginning. It's the starting point. Brookings, the city of Brookings has taken us past that starting point. In fact, there are requirements within Brookings, certainly on anything that gets Brookings city funding that goes way above and beyond what ADA requires. When we think about it, everybody at some time in their life is going to be disabled. That is a fact. And so when we make the world a better place for the disabled, it can be truly stated that we make the world a better place for everyone. So thank you, and I hope you'll think about this tomorrow during ADA Day. Thank you.
Okay, move on to item 7, contracts and change orders. Item 7A, action on resolution 23-057, a resolution approving the installation of a new roofing system for the Dakota Bank Center roof. Jared Thomas, our chief building official, will present this item.
Thank you, Mayor, members. Last talked, or when I was last up here, we looked at replacing the arena roof on the Dakota Bank Center. During some of that investigation analysis, we realized there was some unforeseen wind damage on the lower section. 23057 would be to install a new 24-gauge standing seam steel roof on the lower portions as outlined on the graphic there. This would be, we'd be using the same contractor as previously as a Duralast. We would enter into a contract with them via TIPS, which is an interlocal purchasing agency, and would have the same contractor, which is Woodall Companies, would do this section of roof in addition to the arena roof. And I'd stand for any questions.
Thank you, Jared. Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Is there any public comment on this item? Council, have any questions, comments? Mr. Manager Paul.
Mr. Manager, I just want to say thanks to staff. This item,
For those that don't know, this roof is expected to cost $530,000. Our insurance initially said they would not pay for it, but staff continued to push and push. And so at the end of the day, insurance is willing to pay for it all up to about $20,000. And so thanks to the staff's efforts, we'll now have another roof that'll last another 20 years, if not longer, because of that warranty. So thanks to staff, Jared, and everyone else who participated in this process to continue to push for the community.
Okay. Please call the roll.
Rasmussen,
Aye.
Specker,
Aye.
Tildenburn,
Aye.
Avery,
Aye.
Duran,
Aye.
Niemeyer.
Ordinances and first readings. Item 8A, introduction and first reading of ordinance 23-027, an ordinance authorizing amendment number 6 to the 2023 budget. Ashley Wrench, our finance director, will present this item.
Good evening. Ordinance 23-025, Amendment Number 6 to the 2023 budget. This is as a four-part ordinance relating to various projects currently going on throughout the city and managed by our engineering division. Increases the 22nd Avenue project expenditure budget per the change order by $142,200 and increases reimbursement revenues by $96,473 to account for 3M's portion of the project. Part 2 increases the University Boulevard project expenditure account by $500,900 for the streetscape portion, and this also increases the reimbursement revenues by the same amount, as these costs will be covered by SDSU. Part 3 transfers cash and budget authority from the Stormwater Fund to the CIP Fund in the amount of $143,960 so that all costs for the Harvey Dunn storm sewer improvements will be accounted for in the same fund. And similarly, Part 4 transfers cash and budget authority from the CIP Fund to the University Boulevard Capital Project Fund to in the amount of $440,000 so that all costs will be accounted for in the same fund. The second reading of this ordinance will be on August 8th, and with that, I'll stand by for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions from the public? Questions, comments from council? Second reading on the August 8th meeting. Item 9, public hearings and second readings. Item 9A, third reading and action on ordinance 23-020, an ordinance establishing the number of video lottery machine placements in the city of Brookings. Bonnie Foster, our city clerk, will present this item along with our city lawyer, Steve Britzman.
Council members and members of the public, this is a third reading of ordinance 23-020. This is providing the ability to establish a maximum number of video lottery machine authorizations in the city of Brookings based on our population. This ordinance would allow for 30 authorizations pursuant to 26,377 populations account for 27 existing on-sale licensees with the opportunity to establish 3 additional authorizations prior to the increase in population of 26,377. Just as a reminder, on-sale liquor licensees are not included in this ordinance or reflected by these numbers. The ordinance does propose an increase for every 1,000 population. I stand by for any questions.
Entertain a motion to approve.
So move. Second.
Been moved and second. Is there any public comment on this item? Council have any comments, questions? Please call the roll.
Specker.
Aye.
Tiltonburn.
Aye.
Avery.
Aye.
Duran.
Aye.
Niemeyer.
Aye.
Rasmussen.
Aye.
Motion passes. Other business. Action on Resolution 23-062, resolution to vacate a portion of street right-of-way north of A Street. Our deputy city manager will present this item.
Resolution 23062 would vacate a portion of street right-of-way north of A Street that is not necessary for the public street network approved and has remained a grass area. SDSU submitted a petition to vacate the right-of-way in 1989, and the vacation was approved by the City Commission at that time. In 2015, it was discovered that there was an error in the vacation process, and the city rescinded the right-of-way vacation. AGR Fraternity and SCSU have both signed petitions to vacate the right-of-way. If approved, the right-of-way will be divided evenly to the abutting property owners. Staff recommends approval, and I will stand by for any questions.
Thank you, Jake. Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any public comment on this item? Questions, comments from council? All right, please call the roll.
Tilden Burn,
Aye.
Avery,
Aye.
Duran,
Aye.
Niemeyer,
Aye.
Rasmussen,
Aye.
Stecker.
Aye.
Well, pretty much right down to the progress report now, and Jake is already there. We'll let him just present.
This is the July 2023 progress report. Again, the BrookingsCommunityConstruction.info webpage available if you're looking for updates on detours, opening dates, and other status updates on the various construction projects that are happening throughout the community this construction season. Happy to report that the I-29 interchange is now substantially complete, and an opening date has been scheduled for this Saturday, July 29th. There will be an official ribbon cutting for the event on August 23rd at 10 a.m. More details will come in the upcoming weeks. 22nd Avenue continues to make strong progress. Eastbrook Drive to A Street South is closed. Water, gas main, and storm sewer have been completed. Orchard and A Street intersections will be open to the public in August. The target completion for that project is up to October 2023, originally planned for November. 20th Street South is open between 22nd Avenue and Windermere. Water main work continues between Main Avenue and Tanberry. Anticipation to complete this project in November of this year. For University Boulevard, the utility construction has been completed for this year. Curb and gutter is currently being installed. The contract opening date for University Boulevard is August of this year. As a reminder, this is a 2-year project. Phase 1 happening this year is road work just east of the roundabout to approximately 850 feet west of 22nd Avenue. The work to be completed in 2024 will be on University Boulevard up to 22nd Avenue to the Innovation Campus, so east-west breakdown. Target for that final completion will be November of next year. Overlays are currently in progress. The Dakota Bank Center parking lot has already been paved. There's valley work being completed on Park Avenue, and the utility work has commenced on Harvey Dunn. Those will be done by November of this year, and there is a map available on the community construction webpage of our overlay areas. Chip seal project is an annual project that's been awarded to Topcoat Incorporated. It is anticipated that that work will be done in August of this year. The sidewalk repairs for this year have already been completed. Number of master plans and studies underway. Stormwater master plan has a target presentation to City Council of September of this year. 6 Mile Creek study, target of June 2024, as engineering staff continues to work with FEMA on the updated maps, and a floodplain development ordinance is anticipated to come to council next month for consideration. Solid waste, leachate construction project. The state has approved the plans and contracts are currently being issued. Target for that project is to complete in October of this year. A leachate force main to sanitary sewer project is currently in the conceptual design phase. The goal is to complete the plans for that project by the end of this year and go to construction between next year and 2025. The solid waste master plan is currently in review with an anticipated presentation in August of this year, and the master fill plan would come back in later this year in October. Public Works, Street Division of Public Works, currently going through the community and updating our thermoplastic stop bars. Planning to complete that work for this year in September. Updating the winter operations plan. The draft is currently in progress and anticipating to bring the updated version to council in September for presentation. Parks and Rec, the former golf course superintendent's house has been moved. They have begun making ice already at Larson Ice Center, and trailer work continues at the Dakota Nature Park. It was a busy month for the fire department. They held their Fire Training Ribbon Center cutting on June 29th. It featured tours and live demonstrations. That structure will allow the city's volunteer firefighters to polish their skills in a variety of firefighting scenarios, including tactical rescue and live fire response. The police department also intends to utilize that facility for tactical team purposes, and Fire Chief Bolzer plans to eventually make that training center available to nearby and regional firefighters. The volunteer firefighters were recognized by the Brookings United Way as the July Volunteers of the Month. We've got 42 dedicated, highly trained volunteers who provide fire protection to the city of Brookings and surrounding rural area in Brookings and Moody counties. In 22, the firefighters logged an impressive 9,266 volunteer hours, including responding to 275 calls for service. The fire department also brings us our July 4th fireworks display. They co-hosted the 40th annual parade as well. And lastly, the street dance for the fire department will be held on July 29th. Advance tickets are available either at the East Fire Station or if you know any firefighters, they will also be available at the gate, but you do get a discount if you get them in advance of the event. We're excited to announce an incoming group of corporals. On the patrol side, we have Dustin Engstrom, Luke DeYoung, Austin Krutner, and Jacob Vukovic. Criminal investigation is detectives Dana Rogers, Adam Smith, and Jeffrey Pullman. The corporal position is a newly added supervisory position in the police department. Corporals are the first line supervisor and will be supervising the patrol shifts. By adding the corporal positions, this will increase the structure and workflow within the police department. Detective Pullman provided a scam awareness presentation at the Ag Women's Day with 180 attendees. The second Safety Town session was completed with 73 graduates, and Administrative Assistant Kayla Hopelson was recognized as the Department Employee of the Quarter. The library summer reading program is winding down. They had 886 children participating, which ended on July 20th. They have 102 teens participating in their reading program, which ends on August 11th. They held the next edition of the Pet Parade, which was on July 18th. They had 25 pets participate, as well as 188 attendees. The Dakota Bank Center hosted 11 event days in July, including the National Junior Red Angus Cattle Show with 500 cattle and 600 guests, and also the Uncle Sam Jam, which had attendance of 2,500. And with that, I would stand for any questions.
Thank you, Jake. Any questions, comments? Okay, we'll go on to our next meeting, which is on the 8th of August. We've got a few liquor and wine renewals in the consent agenda. We've got presentations, introduction to a new employee, ordinance first readings on the floodplain development, and then the SC advisory name change. What would that be, Paul? Oh, okay. And then public hearings, we'll have second readings, and then we also have some transfers of malt liquor license and liquor operating agreement. Anything else? The council want to bring a subject ahead?
Just like to take the request from Deuce's Casino that we had been looked at back in January off the table and have that at the August 8th meeting for discussion and potential approval or denial.
We really need a motion because we can be. Right. So we're not really going to discuss it tonight. We're just going to, but we want a motion to take it off the table this evening so that it's on the agenda. All right. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Call the roll.
Avery,
Aye.
Duran,
Aye.
Niemeyer,
Aye.
Rasmussen, Specker,
Aye.
Tilton Burn.
Aye.
All right. Motion passes. And then, Paul, you had, does any other council member have anything? Paul,
Just a
you
couple
had a comment?
quick items. The media, next Tuesday's National Night Out. It's coming quick. Encourage all the council members, because we will not have a meeting next Tuesday, to participate. A great opportunity to visit with all our first responders of the community. First Downtown at Sundown is happening Thursday night. Be great opportunity to visit with people. And then finally, be weather aware. With the heat approaching, make sure you're checking those vehicles for small children, pets. Just as importantly, tonight we're supposed to get some nasty weather. And I just want to make sure everyone is aware that this city-county building is a weather facility so that you can come here for sheltering purposes. We do have this open. People can utilize the elevators. Downstairs is considered the designated spot. So make sure we get that word out to individuals, especially those individuals that have dwellings that are susceptible to those storms. Once again, city-county building is a weather shelter, and it will be open if we do expect, or if we do see that nasty weather that's going to be coming in tonight. And the last thing is, happy birthday to Mayor Niemeyer. His birthday was Saturday, and so I don't think very many people know, but that's all I had for tonight.
All right. So we are going to go. Not have any action following. So we will, when we exit the executive session, we will also adjourn. So, executive session pursuant to SDCL 1-25-2.3, consulting with legal counsel or reviewing communications from legal counsel about proposed or pending litigation or contractual matters. All those in favor, I entertain a motion to enter into the executive session.
So moved.
Please voice vote to enter executive session. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. We're in executive session.